Y'all can't prove nothing.
Oh man, I lost all my show notes. Welcome everyone to the Friday Night BS show. Yeah, we had everybody here. Deana will be back. She's having technical difficulties, but look, K-Dog is back. Woof, woof. And of
Good
course,
to be back, folks.
it's good. We missed him. It's just not the same without three men on the show and one female. Deana, can we hear you? No. Check. Go to your settings. This is why. All right, there we go. There we go. I take back my last statement. Deana is here as well. Well, welcome to the show, Deana.
Oh my gosh, my system was being ridiculous. Sorry about that.
Do we forgive her, Kevin? You're back, so
of
you
course,
can.
Of course.
All right, we'll bring up the.
Give her the sandwich, John. Give her the sandwich.
Give her a sandwich. Where's my sandwich?
That's.
Oh, I lost the sandwich. It's somewhere. The sandwich is somewhere. I have to look for it. I lost it. Where is the sandwich? There it is. The sandwich. There it is. Yes, we are back, and tonight's show is all about conspiracies. That's right. And then I some of these, like I said in the promo video, some of them have been talked about a lot. Some haven't. I wanted to find some that are just not the norm, because there's so many podcasts that talk about conspiracy theories. JFK, right? The moon landing. We don't want to piss the flat earthers, correct, everybody? We don't need any hate mail from the flat earthers.
So I would love hate mail from them.
I don't care. Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll touch on some flat earth stuff too. What the hell? Why not? Yeah, I just
Kevin's just going to push him off the edge.
Kevin's
That's
like,
right.
Come here. Kevin would be like, come here, get on this boat.
I'm going to freeze them into that fucking ice wall.
Oh, that would be funny. Could we put them all on a boat and just kind of send them off and just Christopher Columbus their asses? Just get on the boat.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, but
yeah,
does it,
tell them to go look
just,
for it and don't give them enough gas.
Doesn't it just flatline back?
It would. They would come back and they would realize, yes, the earth is round, and somehow they got all the way around. So yeah. The same thing with the theory. I still don't understand how they think Japan just flew over the United States without us not even knowing it. Instead of
explain sailing upside down.
I don't know. You'll have to ask them. You have to ask.
Wouldn't they all fall out of the boat?
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
There is no upside down. There is no upside down with flat Earth.
Yeah,
we're only on one side. The other side is where the dinosaurs are.
Yeah, that's where they're hiding. They're hiding
on the other side.
That's where they're hiding. They're actually running the world. The dinosaurs are actually running the world.
That's right. They're the lizard people.
They're lizard people. We're going to talk about chemtrails. I know that one's been kind of. I haven't really. I went through a couple podcasts. I didn't see that one kind of talked about subliminal advertising. I thought we'd bring that back because that was kind of a thing when I grew up in the late 70s, early 80s. Our parents were like, "Oh, look at that, and I'm like, I didn't even pick it up as a kid.
John's trying to get subliminal right up there.
That's just I'm using it right now to get D to make me a sandwich. Hey D, you got any Italian pickles over there? Peppers? You got Italian peppers at the house?
No, I do not.
You're Sicilian. You better have some peppers in the house. Damn it!
I do not. Sorry, I do not.
What? Oh, that's like she's not vegan anymore. She's eating meat, right, Chris?
I do. I eat the meat now.
How much?
Oh my God, you're back!
I told you, Kevin.
That's amazing.
She's into meat now.
All right.
He would have called you if he knew you were eating meat again.
Yeah, man, you missed out. I made meatloaf.
All right, I gotta ask, Deana, how fucking high are you right now?
I'm not. I actually just got up from a nap, but I'm not high at all.
That's okay. She had that high vibe going, so I was like, "Oh, is D high? How much CBD did you do?"
Not yet.
Not
Who's
yet.
our Facebook user?
I'm sorry. Let
I
me
don't
go see. I didn't thank you for reminding me. Johnny Boy, good evening. I will have to go and look. It could be Mr. Randy. It could be Randy. No, I don't know. I don't know who it could be right now. I'm sorry, Facebook user.
Randy's my favorite kind of name, by the way. I love a good Randy.
You love a good Randy? Are you Randy? Then we have.
Yeah,
I feel so bad for people that are like, yeah, my name's Randy.
You almost had me going with my French accent again, but I know I didn't want to upset any people today.
It wasn't French; it was a pirate accent.
It was French pirate. It was French pirate.
It was pirate, wasn't it? D.
Oh, oui. Walking the plank. I went Spanish right there. I went French, pirate, Spanish. What else? Okay, just stop making me laugh. The dead internet theory. Anyone know about this one? This one's kind of
I've never heard of this one.
Yeah, this one's weird. This is about that AI is just pretty much controlling the internet. There's no real live people out there.
They basically said it's all bots talking to bots.
Yeah, it's just bots talking to bots, posting and answering their own questions. So we'll go into that one.
None of us are live.
Yeah, no one's really alive. The Facebook user, you're fake. I know you're a bot. I don't know who you are, but I'm assuming after reading this thing, you are a bot. So
nice try, Skynet.
And that's coming from Johnny Bot in the corner.
Oh man, if I fucking see Skynet, I'm fucking running. I mean, even though I know it's not real, I've still seen enough of those movies to know if I see a Skynet logo, I'm finding a place to hide, dude. That's all I'm saying.
I am out.
I'm out. Fuck that, dude. I don't know. Yeah. The next one, actually, Kevin knew about this one. I don't know if Deana knew about it, but the birds aren't real. This one just kind of, after reading this, I just wanted to take a gun and just shoot myself.
First of all, the whole thing started on a subreddit, and I am subscribed to it because it is fucking phenomenal.
Oh,
so are these the birds in my yard or what?
They are
all birds. All birds are drones. They're all
drones. They're spying on me, huh?
All birds are drones, man. The birds are not real. God damn it, that's
birds are not real. That shit that you eat at Thanksgiving, not a fucking bird.
What?
Shoot, what are we eating? What are we eating?
You're eating.
We're eating dogs and cats. Duh.
So those damn ducks in the pond are spies?
That's right.
Oh, now I wish I was high. Oh Lord, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back for y'all.
Yeah, birds are real, dude. It's
watch out for the bird.
It's amazing. Of course, the other one that's on there, it's kind of been played out, but I thought it was still a funny one, so I wanted to dig into it. But reptiles run the U.S. government. This one's
lizard people. Lizard people.
Are they alien reptiles or our own reptiles?
Oh, I don't know, man. I just want to one day be watching like at Fox or CNN, and they got like Hillary up there, and Hillary all of a sudden's talking, and next thing you know, this fucking tongue just comes out there and grabs a fly in midair. Oh, sorry, that was just a reaction. Oh,
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man. The next one. Look, I said this in the Primo video. I must have been under a rock when this one came out, or I'm not a big Beatles fan, so I never really was someone that followed the Beatles or kept track of what they were doing.
You know, Paul McCartney wasn't real.
Yeah, Paul McCartney's death. Yeah, so this one, it was just like, okay, really? So but it made me. After reading it, it kind of made sense. It's like, why stop the money machine? If Paul McCartney dies, the money machine stops. So let's just plug in another Paul McCartney.
There's another musical artist that's pretty much the same thing too. Avril Lavigne.
Oh yeah.
And now the big thing is the reason I looked into this one was because last 2 weeks ago, another podcaster said that Britney Spears is cloned. It's a clone Britney Spears. That there's this actual place in the industry, Hollywood, big media, whatever, that actually clones people to keep the money going. And it was just like, Britney's had died. She's been cloned. This is not the actual Britney. I'm like, holy crap. Are you fucking kidding me?
Here's one I didn't hear about that I saw on YouTube from an ex-Starbucks employee that that the elites of Los Angeles, the A-listers, there's underground highway under LA.
Yeah.
That they can drive all over LA if you're on this A-list. Right, that they have a Starbucks down there and all that other crap and stuff, and they pop up wherever they want with all these underground driving tunnels with little stop signs and signal lights and all that crap. Yeah.
That shit's ridiculous.
All I want is whatever these people are smoking, I want it, because whatever they're smoking is just, it's unbelievable. Health authorities are hiding natural cures. It's an interesting one. This is something that's come up a lot. A lot of people think that they actually do have a cure for cancer, and they just don't want to share that cure with anyone.
They make more money just treating it than they do curing it.
Yeah. They want you to eat bugs. This is another theory. So we're going to dig into. This fits right into. Yeah, I ate like a couple worms before we started the show. How about you, Bruce?
Are we gonna talk about the Titanic?
Yes, and we're going to talk about Jack is a time traveler. Yes, Jack from the Titanic was Marty McFly, people. It was Marty. Are they going to find now? You know what we should
I'm talking about the insurance fraud thing.
Oh no, I didn't know, but you can bring that one up because you can tie that in with the other one, that he was a time traveler, that he was actually Marty McFly. And it was traveling through time. Now, this is going to make, I can see, like, when this theory came out, I can see, like, a bunch of people watching the Titanic movie looking for the flux capacitor somewhere in the movie. Right? Great Scott. Oh, I'm going to read this. The only time I commit to a conspiracy theory is when something is way retarded happens, like Lee Harvey Oswald acting alone, Joe Rogan. That's a quote from Mr. Joe Rogan. The beauty of a conspiracy theory is that because it can't be proven, that it just makes it more real. It's not a question of believing or not believing. Really, it's more of a question of just accepting a series of probabilities that lead to an undeniable conclusion. And that's Dean something, Haglin. So which one of you guys want to go first? Which one should we do first? I'm going to let my staff pick.
I mean, they're all so ridiculous.
Which one? Give me one. Here we go.
Let's blow everybody's mind, and let's do the birds.
We'll do dead internet. We'll do the
birds.
We'll do the Yeah. Okay. We'll do the dead internet theory. First surfaced and some cafe form in 2021. So this is kind of a new one. So it's not that old. It's 2021. When does that sound about right, Kevin? Because do you know about this one or no? No, you don't know about this one. Okay. Dead internet theory. Most of the internet is fake. Citing posts from major online discussion forums like 4chan, the theory claims that non-human bots are responsible for almost all online activity and content creation. Have you ever felt like it was a bot? You kind of get it. You kind of know when it is.
Especially on the dating sites, there's a lot of bots.
Yeah. We know how to work that one on the dating site, especially in the chat. If you're chatting with someone on a dating site, you can figure out little tricks that you can do in chat
I used to throw them off with like a stupid sentence, and if they couldn't comprehend it, they would come back with the same sentence they previously did.
It's pretty crazy. It says the argument the internet is dead around 2016. It says that the internet has been dead since 2016, 2017. Everything before that was real. and then everything after that. And that's kind of ties in with what happened in 2016, 2017. Come on.
I have no idea. What happened in 2016, 2017? What are you referencing?
That was the first election, right?
That is correct.
With Trump?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh.
That is correct. That's kind of funny that ties into that date. And yeah. It blows me away that this is even. I mean, I'm not going to pretend like there aren't bots out there. I've seen the bot farms that they've shown on Instagram and on TikTok, where there's just thousands of phones on these boards all tied in together. You seen those? Have you seen any of those videos? You've never seen any of those videos on Instagram or TikTok? Yeah, it's insane. They'll just have like this is just one Chinese guy sitting at Chinese person sitting there at this desk, and there's all these phones on the wall, and they're all tied in together, and these it's just constantly going through stuff and looking for stuff, and it just constantly picking and pulling and responding and all this other stuff. It's insane, dude. It's insane. Why can't we do that?
What's the purpose?
I think I was trying to think. I thought you said, "What's the purpose?" And I can see what the purpose would be, right, Kevin? I mean, to have something like that that you control solely for yourself, for your purpose, for your money.
Well, not only that, but like you can do that. Like that's a thing that you can do if you are like a new artist that's trying to sell your music on Spotify. Like one of the ways that you can market yourself that's kind of like cheating is like you can pay someone who will make a bunch of bots and they will like a bunch of your songs, which like popularity garners popularity on Spotify. So if you get some fake popularity up front, then you get actually popular later. And like that's a thing that people do in all sorts of ways.
Heck yeah, that's what I heard. It was being utilized was just fake bots. Well, it was like it got pretty bad on Instagram, and I started picking up on it. And when I noticed that, like someone would just join Instagram, as me as a photographer, I worked so hard to get to 10,000. And I see this new person just come on, and all of a sudden, within 2 weeks, he's already surpassed me. He's at 15, 20,000 followers. And when you get to that number, you can start charging different prices for your services. And then what I've noticed is like, how did he go from, 5 likes on his pictures to all of a sudden getting anywhere from 1,600 likes? And I'm like, I didn't understand that bot thing that was going on Instagram, buying likes, and I guess they've done it. Who else is doing it? YouTube. I guess YouTube has kind of put a hammer on that shit, but it's still kind of a thing.
I mean, it's anywhere you can like monetize yourself online. If there's a way for you to start getting paid for doing stuff online, there will be people selling likes or whatever you need to start monetizing your shit.
Oh yeah, I get it all the time.
That's how influencers can cheat the system.
Those sons of bitches.
No.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
That is not good. Why did they do
that? That is not cool.
I'm going to go French accent for the rest of the show. No, I mean, okay. For me, I don't believe of my 800 and some odd, there's probably a few in there that I haven't talked to in a while, but do you feel that you have some bots that are friends on your Facebook or any one of your social media platforms?
No, I know that none of my friends on there are bots.
Yeah.
I got some friend requests that I question whether they're real people or not, but I don't accept them, but I go look at their profile and it's like everything is dated within 1 week and they're all staged photos. So
yeah. Oh yeah. When you get somebody's hacked profile photo and you're like, but I thought you died 6 years ago.
Yeah. Or you constantly
I just like it because I mean every photo is like staged. It's not candid family photos or anything else. It's like a professional photographer took each shot. Or
I
they have clippets on their page of like news events, right? And that's all it is.
If you weren't on this show, but Bruce, I would think you were a bot because you're never on. Oh man, yeah. I don't think I have any friends that are bots. I do get that. I do get those friends requests from family, and it's another it's them sending another request, and I'm like, come on, man, you're using my aunt's fucking photo. I know it's not my aunt, but it's just like it's stupid that they're using someone from your family to send you a friend request when you already have that person on your list. So that's what what I've noticed is TikTok is horrible. Like my TikTok it's bad, huh, Kevin?
It's awful.
Go ahead,
I don't have no tiki-talkie.
What were you going to say, Kevin?
Oh my God. It's just like every single random person that like I don't think I've gotten more than like 2 or 3 actual friend requests on TikTok. Like everything else has been bots or like fake.
You're not following me. I need to follow you. You need to find me. It's the BS.
I don't make videos, so it doesn't matter.
I will follow him.
The girl above your head there does.
Yeah, Kevin's moved to OnlyFans.
Yeah. Those can be bots. Those can be bots too, for all we know.
Yeah, but he wants to get revenue, not TikTok revenue. He wants to get real revenue. So.
Yeah, I just thought. I mean, I know it's out there. Like I said, I know that it was prevalent during the last prior election that there was some bots that were going around. They were trying to figure it out and trying to stop it from happening. We also had Russia sending, bullshit crap that was coming through, and it was a huge mess. And that was one of the reasons I kind of myself stayed away from Twitter during the last election, was because I noticed that a lot of the stuff that was coming through that they were trying to post was from like five presidents ago. I'm like, dude, if you're going to use a fake video, not a fake video, but if you're going to use an old video for a current situation, make sure that the cars in the video aren't from 1975. I know Russia is kind of behind the times over there, but if you got 1976 Dodge fucking darts running around and fucking, an old Ford panel van, dude, I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that the car that they drove on the Christmas special on what's his name? Oh God damn it! I forgot.
On the Bozo show.
From the
why is this?
It's a panel.
Why is this ad from Sputnik time?
I know that some of those vehicles are still out and about running around, but they weren't like every other car. I was like looking at the video, going, "Wait a minute, dude, that looks like it's from 1978 or 79."
I guess like if you think about it in that context though, like that's probably not so much a conspiracy theory and more like kind of a fact. Like it probably has little to do with like the time that it happened, but like when you think about it in that context that like everything is a lot of fake shit going on the internet, it probably is mostly bots.
Yeah. And I am really surprised at okay, I don't know if it's both sides or one-sided, but I am surprised how quickly Facebook, Twitter, not so much TikTok, but and not so much Instagram, but I'm kind of surprised by Facebook and Twitter how quickly they are seeing that these are fake. I posted one today. I wasn't really paying attention to it. It was an older video from Trump's prior win, and with the in Britain, and they were all chanting Trump. I thought that was a new video. It looked new. As soon as I posted it, as soon as it went through, I got a message from Facebook telling me that was a misinformation, and that was
you got to remember Facebook censorship is tilted.
Yeah. But they got in some hammer. They got in some trouble. So
it doesn't stop them. Even when you went to Alexa and you asked them that, do you see that video where they asked them a question about, should I vote for Donald Trump and Donald Trump? They said, oh, he's just a political person. And they got asked Kamala Harris, and they went on and on about how great she was and what she's accomplished and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's Google.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy how much of that is out there, and if you're not paying attention, you can get tricked into it. You know what I mean? You can get tricked into it.
Well, or you can flat out get lied that it's misinformation because they just interpret it that way.
Yeah. For me, this thing was just like, for me, thinking like, wow, that am I actually talking to, is that person actually a person that's responding to me on Twitter? And I do know a lot of my Twitter friends, though, because because of the vape show, and that's basically what my Twitter is for, it's for advocacy and Twitter. But I do have occasional people that I don't know who they are, and I got a phone call from the Hilton. I'm not answering that because that makes absolutely no damn sense.
The bots heard you.
I'm waiting for you in room 376. Get over here.
John, you're late for your date.
Yeah, that could be it too. Well, I just hung up on her. No, I mean, I don't sense that that's kind of going on, but I can kind of see how it can be used in that format with Twitter and the sending misinformation and trying to get information from you as a user. And I think that's what's scary, right? I mean, that's, there are some people that aren't so internet savvy, like our grandmothers, that still pick up the phone and some complete stranger in an Indian voice tells them that their social security card has been taken, and can you give me the numbers? And then next thing you know, grandma's checking account is fucking cleaned out. But
right, grandma's credit score plummeted and all your inheritance is gone.
What do you
mean? You buy $100 Target cards and mail them over here, or the sheriff will come knocking on your door.
And they've opened as many lines of credit as they can.
Yeah. The one that really scares me is kind of jumping off topic, but the ones that actually get these old people to go to Target, like Bruce is talking about, and buying all these friggin' cards. It's like, how does that even?
Thank God there's some there's checkout people that go, can we talk to you?
Why your credit cards will be like, no, this sounds sus. This sounds sus.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope
understand how any of that stuff works.
Yeah, I hope some of the stores did pick up on that. You don't, why do you need 15 fucking Walmart cards at $50 each?
Well, they'll tell you, go to this CVS and buy 2. Now go to this Target and buy 3, but use a different credit card. And then they'll say, send me pictures. And they'll tell you, I need you to stay on the phone the entire time. Put me on speaker and put the phone in your pocket so I know you're really doing what I'm asking you.
This is like so suspicious,
And they prey on people that are I'm so stupid. This happened to me. The week that my brother died. And they prey on people that are going through some shit, that are not really in their right mind, and that's why they pick old people. They also pick people that are grieving.
Yeah, just be careful
because you're not in your own head. Yep.
Hey, ask a friend. With the bot situation, I can't help you. You got to use some comments. That one.
There's one going around for Facebook businesses. A bot will email you that you've violated some sort of Facebook
community standard,
copyright community standard, and they need you to verify your page's information. And then you get to the page and it's like, we need you to sign in again. Nah, Facebook's bylaws say you don't need my password. You can go to hell.
No, I have almost daily 1 or 2 emails in the junk file saying that somebody's trying to sign on to your Facebook account.
Yeah.
And I go, that's why it's in my junk file, right?
Yeah, that's why it's in the junk file. It's not the legit. I get text messages, your UPS package is waiting for you, and I'm like, huh? Can you verify your name and address and blah blah blah? I'm like, no.
Well, I get it says my Twitter account's being hacked. I go, well, I don't have a Twitter account, so that'd be fine. Or my TikTok account. Using my TikTok. I don't have a TikTok account.
They would call my mom and tell her that her Windows 95 is blah blah blah. My mom's, of course, an old Italian. She's like, "What Windows? Which Windows in my house?"
She's walking around checking all the windows.
She's all 95. No, I think we got the windows in 2005. You know? I'm like,
The latest
Mom,
one I got is refinancing my student loan. Well, I'm 65 years old and I have not gone to college,
Bruce.
so that would be tough to do.
You got that paid off by now, dude. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a good one not that long. Well, it was probably about a year ago. Somebody was selling puppies on the internet. We have to get rid of them. My dog had them by accident and shared this all along a bunch of other people's Facebooks. And I messaged the guy. I'm like, oh, I get all these pictures of puppies. I'm like, yep, I want to see videos right now. The guy goes, I'm going to meet you in this parking lot. I get to the parking lot. He goes, now go inside and buy an Amazon gift card. I'm like, what does that have to do with a dog? What the fuck? Well, I need it. Man. I need it to pay for the vet bills. I'm like, what vet takes an Amazon gift card?
I can see D. I just want the dog, damn it.
I just wanted a Yorkie, man.
Sucker.
Subliminal advertising. Ever watch a movie and suddenly get the munchies, guys?
Yeah, because I smoke a shit ton of weed. That's got nothing to do with
Bruce, you ever watch?
No, because usually I'm when I'm watching TV, I'm eating at the dining room table already. So yeah. Fool them. I already got food in front of me.
I'm telling you though, Taco Bell. I hate those fucking commercials. I gotta get up. I gotta get the app, and I download the fucking app. Fucking start.
I think they just have you targeted just to your house, John.
Hey. I know it was bad. This is crazy. I'm even gonna talk about this on the internet, but I order
have
pizza
it delivered.
I order pizza every third. No, I go pick it up. It's right down the street.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it is Friday already. It is Friday. Yeah, I order pizza every Thursday because the football game is on. I want pizza, and I always order from Domino's because it's right down the street, right? And I've been ordering from them for since that place opened up. And I knew yesterday when I walked in there and they said, "Hey, John," I knew I was in trouble. I was like, "Oh shit. This is insane. They know who I am." I felt like Norm from fucking Cheers walking into the fucking Domino's. "Hey, John, yeah, I got your pizza ready." I'm like, oh, shit. This is not good. It's not good. It is. It's not good, Kevin. I don't want like Taco Bell fucking.
I can do you one better, John. I used to order pizza so much from Sarpino's at like 2:00 in the morning or 3:00 in the morning up in Buffalo Grove that there has been multiple times that multiple ones of my friends have called Sarpino's late at night. And that Sarpino's location just assumes that it's my address. And my buddies are like, no, it's not that house.
It's not that house. I thought you were going to say they had a pizza named after you.
No.
There's a pizza parlor open at 2 a.m?
Back east, yeah. Back east. You can get a slice in New York at just about any fucking time. Right?
Yeah.
Not out here.
Yeah, you can get a slice and do the John Travolta dance down the street of just about any fucking time of the night.
Yeah, we don't have 24-hour pizza parlors in California.
I mean, I bet you do in LA.
Yeah, in LA they do. Yeah, I've gotten San Francisco as well.
It's just like city proper and then like immediate suburbs where you can do that.
Yeah. San Francisco, I've gotten Chinese food at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Everything is open. It's just insane. It's insane.
That's one of the best parts about living in the city.
That is. And that's the one thing when I spent that 2 weeks in San Francisco with my cousin, helping him get ready to move to LA, just not having to get in the car and go places. Everything is just right there. Everything is in walking distance. You want donuts? Boom, it's right there. You want coffee? Boom, it's right there. I did like that. I like the fact that if I get the fucking munchies and it's, it doesn't have to be Taco Bell, Jack in the Box, or one of these other fast food places, that I can actually walk into a restaurant at 2:30 in the morning and get and get some fried rice.
You can sit down and have a meal.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
You
only
can do
good
that
thing
here if you want to go to IHOP or Denny's.
Yeah, IHOP or Denny's.
Yeah. We have insomnia cookies. That's about it. And it's still like you have to drive probably 40 minutes from here to get insomnia cookies.
You know what sucks
The only
about
thing
that?
out here for me is Waffle House.
Waffle House. But I already singing that song. You got a pretty mouth, Kelly. Oh. Bruce, the only thing that sucks about IHOP and Denny's at 2 a.m. is you got to eat fucking your breakfast with cops, and I don't like eating my breakfast with cops
Or the homeless.
Yep.
The homeless.
Jeez.
They're not
Or the
allowed in
delinquents.
there.
No, but they hang it by the door.
Yeah, I like this one here. It says, or sitting on your sofa watching TV and suddenly you got the irresistible urge to buy a new car. I have watched this in action. Super Bowl Sunday, sitting in front of the TV, watching a commercial. The Chevy commercial comes on with this outrageous deal. My dad gets up and goes, I'm going to go buy a car. I said, are you fucking kidding me right now? I was like,
where are you going?
I was just like, really? That my dad's in his head. He's thinking, I get the discount from his brother who worked for Chevy, plus that discount. He was like, I'm going to go buy a truck. I was like, what? Oh, and I've seen it happen. I've seen that happen with cars. I've seen that happen with cars a lot, where people just see a deal. Maybe they just been waiting for that deal, and it just happened to be that day that they're sitting there watching TV. Yeah.
So I know they hook all those infomercials hook the hell out of people.
All those insomniacs? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I only
QVC is out to get you.
Oh my God. My fucking mom is addicted to QVC. She's always been addicted to QVC. I fucking hate it. We fight about it all the time.
My mom was the same way, and it was always jewelry. I was like, Mom,
oh my God.
Garbage jewelry. What are you doing? Look at that beautiful stone. Look at that.
Oh my
it's
God.
a cubic zirconia. It's so pretty. The prettiest glass I've ever seen.
I love
my mom
this.
said with jewelry, with kitchen gadgets, with clothes.
Exercise stuff. I came over one day when after it was like right after we all moved out when we were 18, 19. And I came home to stop by the house to see her, and she got this little thing that was on the floor, and she got it from fucking QVC, and it was pedals. And she can sit on the couch and watch TV and pedal with her feet.
I saw that infomercial. Yeah, you work out your legs from your sitting position.
I was like, man, you gotta be kidding. So you may be a victim of subliminal advertising conspiracy. Yes, I think we've all been. Let's be honest, Dee. Has this happened to you? Whether it's food or something that you saw and you had to go and buy.
I'm sure it has. Anytime there's a McDonald's or a Taco Bell commercial, I'm like, oh.
It gets you.
I don't know if it's because of the way they advertise it, though, because that food doesn't look the way it looks in the commercial.
No, it doesn't look that way. No.
Yep.
Open that box and go, well, that's a disappointment.
Right? This big, juicy cheeseburger. And you bring it home in this cute little cardboard box, and it's like a pancake with bread on it.
Where's the meat? Where's the meat?
Yeah, actually, I saw not too long ago, I think a couple weeks ago, someone was actually suing Taco Bell for that reason. That the tacos do not look like what they do on TV, and he's suing them for false advertising.
Close. It's like a meat roll up.
Yeah, and he had pictures and everything. He's like, look at this picture of the taco. And he's right, dude. You look at that taco, that fucking meat is just packed in there, and it's got a little bit of lettuce, and then he shows his taco, and it's just like a slab of fucking beef in there.
I watch Jamaican, they take a spatula, they go, and it gives you a quarter-inch of meat at the bottom of that shell, and everything else is lettuce. You're basically just having a lettuce taco with the flavor of meat.
Oh my goodness. I feel like TikTok is getting to me with the songs too, because as soon as you said that stupid little
TikTok
song popped in my head.
How much crap they're selling on TikTok Shop, and how many people are buying this fucking crap from TikTok Shop.
Some of the stuff on TikTok Shop works, all right. I got my 11-0 earbud speakers from there. They are awesome.
Oh, you're who they're advertising to, Deana.
They that spin mop freaking works. Okay.
I've been intrigued a couple times, and I'll click on those damn things, and I'll go to the site, and it's not what it says it is, and it's just, or it's way too much cheaper than it should be, and that's something my dad has always told me. You know, if it's that cheap, it's got to be either garbage or fake. And so when I see
it's a phony link that's going to take you someplace else too. So.
Right. Yeah, the drones were a big deal for a while there, and everybody wanted those DJ. What is that? I forget what they're DJ drones or whatever that company is. Well, they're big. They're like this big. They're beautiful drones, and they're like fucking $600-700, right? And all of a sudden, I can get it for $59. It's the same one. I'm like, oh, you know, I go look at it, and it's this little tiny one. It's about 5-6 inches, and I'm like, no. Not a child, damn it.
The biggest one I wonder about is you see they're selling the pallets of Amazon returns.
Oh yeah.
You guys seen those
That's
ones?
the thing. It's a mystery palette of random ass stuff.
Is that really real? Because
yeah, it's real. You can buy it.
It sure is.
Yeah. You just have no idea what you're going to get. It's like opening a storage locker.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you see one person doing. There's like 50
There's
companies.
A line. Yeah, you bid on them, Bruce. You bid on them. Yeah. You go to you got to get the link to that site. You go to that site. You got to register, and then what you do is bid on pallets. And if you win the pallet, then they'll ship it to you. And what people are making money off of them is because a lot of those people are buying those pallets and then reselling that shit on eBay.
Yeah, right. I must be seeing the resell people then, because these are like independent contractors that are selling, but it's like a ton of different companies.
Yeah,
it's not like one or two. There's like, you click on that link and it brings up 20 or 30 different outfits they're doing, and then once you click on one link, then next thing you know, you're flooded with them all over your page. Because
people have been doing that for a couple of years. Just think about how much stuff is returned daily. I
just wondered if it was really legit or not. You know,
it's legit. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, probably not all those sites are legit, but the practice of buying or like the Amazon returns pallets, that's real. That's been real for a long time.
Yeah, if you want to get into that, go to the Amazon page itself.
Like it was there. They were like saying the small pallet was $60, the large pallet was $90. You know, it's like,
no, they're more than that. They're more than that. Yeah. I've seen some of them go for $5,000-6,000. So really? You're taking a big fucking chance, but yeah, because now
you can see what's on the outside of the pallet sometimes. If it's a bunch of electronics, you can probably make some good money off of it.
Oh, sure.
You just have to be really good about what you're seeing and knowing its value. So if you can do that, you can make money. And then a lot of
it's not shit that's just broken that people they just sent back. It was not good.
Or it could be just was something someone bought that it looked like it was something they needed when they got it. It wasn't what they thought it was, and they send it back, and they can't resell it.
The only thing I've never done that with was clothes. It's like, good luck.
Yeah, but I mean, Amazon has like a no fault return policy though. Like it doesn't matter if you get it and you don't like it, they'll take it back within like 7 days.
Yeah. In the 1980s, concerned over subliminal messaging spread to bands such as Styx and Judas Priest. Remember that one, guys? Or you guys are kind of young, but you should remember that. You remember that?
I remember Judas Priest. Come on, man.
Yeah. With the last bands even being sued in the 1990s for allegedly causing teen suicide by subliminal messaging.
The Led Zeppelin play the record backwards and it's a satanic ritual.
Thank God all the cases were dismissed. So that's a good thing. Subliminal mental processing doesn't exist and cannot be tested. But just because a person perceives something, a message or advertising, for example, subconsciously means very little by itself. I don't know about that because I like I said, my dad has done it. I've seen many people see something on TV, and my dad was in no need. Yeah.
We were talking about this before the show, like this, but the evolution of like that is the targeted advertising that we all live with now. It's like we're talking about whatever, and everything's going to get directed to us on our phones and our PCs after that.
I mean,
have a craving for a sandwich.
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to get Deana.
What am I going to mail you the sandwich though?
Yeah.
What was the logic here? What's the end game?
The end game is
the mayo's going to be stale by the time it gets
here. He wants you to make a sandwich and then he wants to watch you eat it.
I just want to watch you eat it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That makes so much more sense now.
He wants you to eat some meat, D.
Some meat. Oui, français.
He wants to see you eat some meat, D.
So what you're saying is,
here.
Dear Grubhub, I need a meatball sub.
I thought it was funny because what's his name? David. God damn it! It was just on the top of my head. Okay, I hate when I do that. There's been movies where they made fun of that, and they made fun of subliminal messaging, and I can't remember which movie. Dr. Evil was it? They did that. Austin Powers. They did that in a few of their movies where they would just have Starbucks kind of just like right there, or Doritos potato chips. Talladega Nights. That's a perfect example of using subliminal messaging. That whole table was full of Pepsi products, and companies, KFC, Pizza Hut, fucking all the foods that you talk about.
Because they pay to put that food in there.
Well,
because they're also making fun of the whole product placement thing that you see in all the movies and shit nowadays.
Yes,
product placement. That's the word I was looking for.
You see that? You ever see that Dorito commercial with the moms in the maternity thing, and they're doing the ultrasound on the baby, and the dad's sitting over there and he's eating a bag of Doritos, right?
Yes.
Have you seen that one? and like that, the wife's getting annoyed because he's just much weighted Doritos like that, and all of a sudden the dad notices that every time he picks a chip out of the bag, the baby moves in the womb, right? So he's playing around doing it like that. The wife gets pissed off, so she grabs the chips and throws it. And the nurse is sitting like that, and all of a sudden everybody goes, the baby goes shooting out of her womb, and everybody screams.
Oh shit!
I was like, oh my god, that was wild.
All right, let's do this one. Now you know about this one, Kevin. I had no clue this was even a theory. So,
oh my god,
share some of your thoughts.
All right, so it started as a subreddit on Reddit, and nobody knows if it started as satire or if it was just people that were nuts that really believed it. But enough people have portrayed it in a way that doesn't seem like satire, that it's become this real thing that some people are like, wait, people believe that there's birds that no birds are real, that they're all government drones. And that's the conspiracy, that no birds are real and they're all government drones.
Your thoughts, Deana?
There's a website called birdsaren'treal.com, and I did not know this.
This is new to me, dude.
I'm telling you guys, go to the subreddit. It is phenomenal.
Oh my goodness.
So I was sitting on my patio just yesterday, and these bugs were coming out between the bricks, right? And I got 3 little finches hanging in my tree, and they've got these bugs coming out of the bricks dialed in, because every time they would fly up, the finches would fly out of the tree, grab a bug, and fly back to the tree again. So why would the drone be doing that?
It's fake. It's
because that's what you think a real bird does, and it's got to fool you.
Yeah.
It's camouflage.
I mean, if the bird was just sitting there ignoring the bugs, it wouldn't have surprised me either. So it's like,
they're also super advanced, and they can consume biomass for energy, so that they don't have to go recharge. Or when they hang out on the power lines,
that lands on my roof and buries a walnut in the gutter, in the leaves.
It's a
ploy. Is that a camera or a microphone that they're?
It's a microphone. That walnut is a microphone.
Yeah,
it's Alexa.
That's a squirrel, actually, not a bird.
No, it's a bird. I've seen them up there. It's a bird. There's no squirrel.
Oh wow! I don't know.
It's those bluebirds. They're good at burying stuff for later.
What's crazy?
Boy. And if you clean out the gutters, they're pissed.
Yeah. What's crazy is that the New York Times actually interviewed this fucking guy that started this nonsense. That to me is just like Okay, what are you doing? Did you run out of stories that day? And just like I could see the board meeting. Hey man, there's this guy. Yeah, his name's Peter. Yeah, he says birds are fake, and I can see the news guy going, "Yeah, go get that story. Yeah, go get that
So
story."
is it some sort of an organic drone? Because I've seen dead birds on the ground, and they're definitely organic.
Yeah, about that. My dog's brought me a couple of faceless drones over the years.
Yeah.
And cats too are pretty good about
Yeah.
catching them drones.
Yeah.
All those.
And what
all
happens when a drone flies in the side of your house and breaks its neck? Like,
yeah, and leaves a blood mark on the window.
It was malfunctioning, and the other birds show up and replace it with a cartridge.
It was in.
I kind of see a lot of holes in this
That
thing.
drone was what's that fucking word?
I like this is the whole point, right? Like it's so ridiculous. Like, how could it be real? Like, how could these people actually think that it's real?
I got shat on by a drone last summer. I didn't know drones take craps.
Well, and then the seagulls taking our lunch in elementary school. We're out there eating out at recess.
See, that was axle grease. That was actual grease that keeps the drone flying. That you got shit on.
What about the birds stealing your food on the beach?
Yeah, there's a lot of holes in this theory here.
Only
there's a lot.
You don't believe.
It's looking at you, and then it looks around, and you hear while its eyeball twitches. It's probably a drone.
I'm about to holding a mirror to America in the internet age. It's just it doesn't. I mean, if you just get enough people to listen to your theory, there's always going to be someone out there. Yeah. That's going to just grab onto this and then just spread it out. I think
like, oh man,
it's like selling that beachfront property in Arizona.
I think us four should come up with a conspiracy theory and feed it and get it going out there.
Ooh, we should build a Friday Night BS show cult.
A cult? Well, that's going to be a small group. Right now, it's three.
I'm down. Let's go.
There's 3 people watching us right now. That's 7 right there.
Do I get to be the leader?
The
leader gets all the perks.
Unfortunately,
they're not identifying themselves. They just says Facebook user.
I get the perks, so I get to have the Diddy parties.
What are your perks? You get 7 people to make you a sandwich. Sorry, 6, because you're one of those 7 people.
Yeah, they make me sandwiches and do my bidding. Do my bidding.
You get lettuce wraps. Only lettuce wraps for you.
It's a basketball star that's got the Taco Bell in his house.
Yeah.
On the commercials.
I'm going to call bullshit on the birds or drones flying around. I see way too many of them. I don't think the government has that kind of money to be buying that. I've seen thousands of them up in the sky.
In my yard, I mean, my life is not exciting to spy on me, really,
You never know, Bruce. You never know.
We're living in a totalitarian police state, Bruce. You just don't know it.
You just don't know it yet, man. Yep. It's the truth. Who wants to get into this one? Who knows a little bit about this one? Kevin?
What, that reptilians run the U.S. government?
Yeah, I haven't heard that one.
So what theory are we going off of? Bruce asked it earlier. Is it aliens or is it like center of the earth reptilians?
No, is it like our dinosaurs or like is it from another planet dinosaurs?
Because there's 2 kinds of crazy. There's 2 flavors of crazy for this one. There's people that believe that reptilians came from the center of the earth, that they're like a branched part of evolution, like during like the dinosaur age, and that they secretly run the government like the Illuminati and shit. And then there's the other ones that are like, nope, they're aliens that came from space, they've been here for millions of years, and they secretly control everything.
Yeah, because you have the reptilians, which are supposedly the bad guys, and then you have the grays, which are supposedly fighting the reptilians. So there's an alien war on Earth between the reptilians and the grays. Yeah. So
your thoughts, Deana? Which one are you, Deana? By the way,
are
you
a
gray
lizard.
or reptile?
Lizard.
I am a reptile.
I love all the videos where it's like the shitty camera angles, and they're like, look, their eyes moved the other way. They didn't blink the right way. I'm like, fuck you.
Right? Didn't you see the second eyelid skin?
They always
No.
No, but I saw you pull that fly out of the sky.
yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me ask you this one. It says this is kind of an interesting part of it. It says these conspiracies often overlap with anti-Semitic assigned to assigning this supposed Jewish roots. Why is it? Why are they? Why do they think all the lizard people are Jewish?
See, that explains so much.
Because it's based off of like the World War II shit. Like, all right, everybody thought in World War II that the Jews were controlling all the money. And like now whoever controls the money, they're secretly a reptile Jew.
Damn it. Damn, poor guys. They can't get.
Is that what Hitler was after? He was trying to kill all the reptiles.
He wanted to get a new
Hitler was gray.
That is true. He could have been a gray, or he just wanted, new shoes.
He was evil for all the right reasons.
Yeah, he's evil. Yeah. No, it's one goes way back. I mean, and Kevin's right though. He's, it goes.
So lizard boots are government employees that didn't make it.
Oh yeah, the lizard shoes.
No, they don't work in the government. They control the government. They are the government.
They control.
And it's like literally some Illuminati shit. Because if you go down the rabbit hole, it's like, oh, it's not just the U.S. government. It's every world government everywhere, and they all secretly work together.
For a second there, you had me thinking I should go buy me some alligator boots because it might be Nixon.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's good. The reptile conspiracy theory got a small single boost with the death of Queen Elizabeth II in September of 2022, according to the prolific. Facebook flagged and removed multiple posts after the Queen's death, calling the monarch a reptile, and linked to strange videos claiming that the entire royal family is reptiles.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, no, I saw one that claims that Prince Charles is a vampire because he can't be out in the sun, and then Queen Elizabeth, when she died, actually was a guy. Well, no, one of the queens was a guy because she never married, so it wasn't Queen Elizabeth. But one of the queens pretended to be a queen the whole time. Yeah, he's a vampire.
Does he? He's a vampire.
He's a vampire. Yeah.
Mm.
He maybe looks like an energy vampire.
He looks very creepy in this photo, like he wants to suck somebody's blood.
Oh my gosh. Do you guys watch what they do in the shadows? He looks like the Baron from what they do in the shadows. Oh my god.
I know it's disappointing because I love Matt Berry too.
Yeah.
Oh,
let me ask you this. Let me ask you guys this, because the Anunnaki and all this other stuff that goes all the way back. Yeah, exactly. Kevin knows where I'm going with this. But like when they, archaeologists start digging these things up and they start seeing these carvings on walls and stones that are people, not people, they're lizards. It's got to send this weird message, like what the hell really was going on. And to me, I
mean, they were ancient people that didn't understand how anything about the world worked. So everything was scary and nuts.
Yeah. It makes me wonder too, and now I'm going to start my own little conspiracy here, but I'll ask you guys, do you think it was possible at the time of what's the first the existence of humanity, civilization is in Turkey, correct? Or Iran? It's one of those little
Sumeria.
cities.
It's Sumeria.
Yeah.
It's like somewhere in the Middle East.
Is it possible? I'm not starting this out there, guys. Don't come after me. Is it possible? This is going to sound fucking crazy, but is it possible that there were still some dinosaurs roaming the earth at that time, and that's what they saw, and that's what they drew?
No.
It's not. Are you sure?
We missed dinosaurs by like a couple of decades of millions of years.
Just a few millennia. It's no big deal.
I'm with you on that, but why the lizards though? I mean, that's just way out there. They knew how to carve people. We've seen their carvings of people. They have people in their carvings standing next to these lizard things that
You
are.
got to remember they worshipped a lot of different animals too.
Exactly. I mean, they did worship.
So
I mean, that's the thing. Like they had some like anthropomorphizing that went between like animals and their gods.
And the fly that their heaven was the bird, so they had the bird helmet on a lot of the Egyptian crap.
Right.
And
now, do you find it funny though that you have all these similarities thousands and thousands of miles apart from each other?
Yeah, just they got
That's
the
gotta
same
get you
animals all over the damn continent, so
Or versions of them.
Some sort of version of it, but they're so similar. Like the one that always gets me is the one where they have the two lizard people. One's in Egypt, I think, or no, prior to Egypt in Samaria, and then the other one is all the way over here in Mexico. And I'm thinking to myself, how did
a lot of lizards in Mexico?
But okay, Bruce. I'm getting into this like I'm falling for it, but I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here. They're so similar that it's insane. I mean, even carrying a bag. I mean, why did that artist or whatever you want to call him, an artist or whatever, that guy that carved that?
Well,
why
maybe
did
they commissioned to come over to Mexico to do the same artwork.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, but like if you are going to accept that humanity all came from the same place,
right?
That we all came from, the cradle of life in like Sumeria or wherever that is, Ethiopia now, or whatever it is. Like, if you are going to accept that, which science says that that's what happened, then there is always going to be some shared story between all of humanity.
Because we migrated all over the world.
No, I'm with you there because I think they've already found some bones, or actually a footstep in Salt Lake City. I think that's actually way too old to be there.
Well, they were saying the land masses, most of them are all connected together at some point. So they had a land bridge or shallow water walks,
especially when you consider the fact that humanity came about not humanity, but like pre-human, like we came about sometime around like 500,000 BC, which was like the last ice age. So there was a lot of stuff that was connected that is not connected now.
Yeah. Well, to me, it just, I know that there's the big time gap between, if the scientists are correct, which now they're finding out they're not correct, but life didn't all be created in Africa, that there's a possibility that there was life also created on the other side of this planet.
Look at example like North America. When the Europeans came over here, the Indians were here, but their society wasn't advanced into the metals or anything else that North America was.
Right.
So didn't you go any place else? You go to Africa, they weren't advanced as other nations were. So it's all humans, right? But the advancements, depending on where they were on the world, are different.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But then when you start looking at the structures that are all throughout the world, you start to wonder.
Like the Mayans were way ahead of their times, just like the Egyptians. Yeah. And there's similarities between the Mayans and the Egyptians.
Yeah, there is. The lizard person.
Well, no, just the artwork and the architecture and the engineering.
Yeah, you don't find that. And I'm not trying to say I believe in lizard people,
but the Aztecs disappeared. Huge populations of them disappeared. Yeah. They don't know what happened to them.
Yeah,
we found another Mayan village in part of Mexico that's covered up with that jungle because they're doing this drone infrared thing in the jungle, because the jungle covers everything up in that Mayan area there. And they found a huge city, which is like almost as big as one of the other cities that they uncovered, that by the size of it, it should have held, what they say, 300,000 people.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's like, where do these people go? Did they get wiped out by a hurricane or a tornado come in, or where did 300,000 people go?
I mean, a lot of things like that is that we've realized that there's been a couple of instances of societies that have been much larger than we initially suspected in like really early mankind.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is as your population grows, you have to have way more agriculture, and a lot of these like cities, like they just starved to death and
Collapsed.
like died
Yeah.
out, and people migrated away.
Yeah, Margaret. That's what we still do that to this day. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah, I mean, we're still doing that. Yeah, it's just weird. I
Yeah,
don't believe
when
that
that
these
hand
losing
dug
people.
toilet gets full, you're moving.
Yeah, yeah. That whole, and I know I'm going to piss a lot of people off out there, but that whole that whole thing with them coming down here for gold and then splicing their
The
DNA.
Anunnaki.
Yeah, the Anunnaki and splicing their DNA and making us with, monkeys or whatever we were at that time to create humans to work and to.
Well, they
to
haven't figured out why there are 3 different sets of cavemen.
Yeah.
that
Oh no,
are not
yeah.
humans.
No, I'm with you. It's just
Yeah.
weird. It's just to me. I get like I know these scientists have to. A lot of times they're just guessing, and I think that needs to stop. Like the pattern of humanity, where how everything came here, and then they went this way, they went that. You don't fucking know. You weren't there.
The biggest issue is they haven't found, quote unquote, the link between what we call the humans, us now, compared to what they've dug up as far as caveman goes.
That's not
there's
true
still
anymore.
there is still true,
That's
because
no, because they found Lucy, and then they found that other pre-man, like I want to say like 15 years ago.
Yeah, but they're not the same DNA as we are. It still doesn't match.
Everybody has Lucy's DNA, though, Bruce. We all have Lucy's DNA, except for a small portion of the world has like 1 or 2% of the people in the world don't have her DNA. That's why they call her the mother of humanity. We all
do a little more research on it.
Yeah, no, because that's what I was always told, that we all
do
share.
a little more research on it. There's a little more out there on that now.
Deana's the research specialist. She's a librarian with the.
Hang on.
Where you go to read
I say we blame the French, because it's the French's fault. Them croissants and making that wine, and they're not shaving their legs, and I'm blaming them. Oh, you French people! Why you make such such shitty wine and charge such much money for it?
When Italian wine is clearly so much better.
And why you not like us Americans?
Stupid Americans.
The exhaust tails of the airplane one is a big topic too.
Chemtrails ain't so much of a thing anymore.
Well, but there's a lot of people that believe that crap.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of people that believe a lot of crap.
There's a lot of people. That's what it is. If you can get if you can get a good amount of people, and now with social media, it's not like it was 50 years ago. It took a little longer to get that stuff out there.
It's easy to put shit out there now.
It's this shit right here. This is the shit that like you read about where I'm like, the internet was a mistake.
The internet was
more knowledge, more better. No.
I wouldn't know. I'm just a bot.
Now I can meet 35,000 other people that want to eat Ariana Grande's feet.
Yep.
Okay, Bruce. Yeah, here is. Yeah. God damn it.
That's our conspiracy theory. I figured it out, and John's the only one that can verify. Short people are all bots.
Yeah, short people are bots. And even that's shorter than 5'4".
Oh man, I've been figured out.
Yep, they found us.
All 5'4" people.
I outed all of us. Sorry,
Kevin, we're all outed now.
I just want to know why John's got a show with 3 fake people.
I know.
Right?
You're my boss.
That's a little lonely, buddy.
Wait a minute. You're not. Well, I know how tall Bruce is, but you got to be taller than 5'4", Kevin.
I'm 5'6".
Yeah. Well, you're good to go. Deana, you're taller than 5'4".
Not by much.
Not by much.
Not by much.
You could put heels on and be okay. He'd be cool.
Costanza.
Costanza. Are you gonna wear those the whole time?
I love you, brother.
In Ethiopia, okay, so Bruce is somewhat correct. It says, however, scientists now believe that Lucy is more like the great aunt to modern humans. So we still have her DNA. Everybody in the world has her DNA in their bodies. Every single one.
We have DNA of some of the prehistoric people, but we don't have a matching DNA with any of the prehistoric people. We just have a little bit. There's
Right.
still
That's
something.
because Miyake came down.
There's still something missing.
Spliced us.
You know, we share 97% of our DNA with a banana.
Yep.
Wait, the original banana or the now banana?
Is
Because
it the
banana
organic
we eat
banana,
now
or
is
is it
not the
or is
same.
it the or is it the what the GMO
Oh yeah,
banana?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the Cavendish bananas or other ones.
yeah. Is it the big bananas or the little bananas?
I got a big banana for
The
you.
little bananas are plantains, aren't they? That's not the same.
No,
Yeah.
the big ones are plantains.
Oh, sorry, that's right. Wait, then
Yeah.
what are the little ones? They're not bananas
Those-
either. They're something else.
They're Cavendish.
Yeah, I'm
bananas.
looking it up.
I'm looking it up.
Hang on.
He's gonna get flooded with
Mini.
banana searches here for the whole week.
Oh
you know?
gosh, I hope when I die nobody ever looks at my search history.
Okay, it says the oldest DNA from human ancestors is from the Netherlands and is about 120,000 years old.
Yeah.
Ladyfinger bananas. They're ladyfingers.
Oh
lady
yeah.
finger How many types of bananas are there, D?
There's like 13.
That I know of, yeah.
You got
Wow.
Italian bananas, you got Dutch bananas, you got French bananas.
Talk about
Oh, wait,
fruit.
There's
You got-
supposed to be some
oh, you
crazy
You got
bananas.
the Swedish
Yeah,
sausage. No,
crazy.
wait.
Yeah. John's going into eggplant now. We're talking about bananas.
Oh yeah, that's a good eggplant you got there. Oh my god. Dina's doing her research. I'll pick
There
the
are
next.
more than 1,000 varieties of bananas, but
Really?
the
Ooh, wow.
Cavendish variety is the most common. It makes up
So
all of the bananas.
Which
exported
one do we
globally.
have the DNA of?
Which banana
Yeah.
do we have? The bananas in pajamas. Those are the ones. Bananas in pajamas.
Oh, what is happening? Jesus.
You French people are so nasty.
Paul McCartney's death. Let's talk about this man that's very much still alive.
Yeah, but he
I
walked.
don't know where to
He
go with
walked.
this because it's just like
He can't even say words.
it's
He
so
was walking a
freaking
different pace in the cover shoot, so that he's not real.
it's
He
so
broke John with his own topic. That's awesome.
It is so stupid to think, but then it also makes you think how corrupt and how power money is such a big deal, even back in the 1960s, that I could see
Forever.
someone saying, this is the fucking Beatles. This is money forever. This is money for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 years from now. The Beatles will still be making money. They'll all be dead. I can see someone saying, we got to keep this going.
So why didn't they just
Paul McCartney.
Why didn't they just knock off the drummer then instead of replacing him like they did?
Dude, fucking Ringo could have disappeared. Ringo does not count. He doesn't count for
Well, I
anything.
know, but there was another drummer before Ringo, right?
Yeah, the guy before Ringo, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't make him disappear, make Ringo look like the other guy, you know?
No, they didn't do that. But yeah, that was early in their career though when that drummer left and Ringo stepped in. That was early in their career. Yeah, that was I think before they were even. I think they put out one album. I think prior with that drummer. I think right, Kevin.
Oh God, I don't know the Beatles that well, but isn't the guy who was the drummer the guy that became their manager? Like, I don't think he ever intended to be their drummer.
No, it was some colonel guy or something was the manager. He had like a colonel something or whatever it was like that. He had like an officer thing before his name as the manager.
Pete Best.
Pete Best, right? Did you say it?
Pete Best.
That was the drummer, right?
That was the original drummer before Ringo Starr. It was
and some say he was the better drummer. He was the better drummer than
I would
Ringo.
argue that he was the best.
Some people say that. Yeah, some people say that Ringo's one of the top 10 best drummers of all time. I'm like, fuck you. You're smoking.
I mean, he's pretty good.
What? I have a hole in my bucket.
Would you put him in the top 10 though?
I've got blisters on my fingers.
You'll get
I don't know. I gotta be honest. I don't give a shit about drummers, so I don't have a top 10 drummers.
It's spoken by the bass player.
No, the bass player is always the guy that nobody gives a shit about. The drummer gets
The drummer gets
The
laid.
bass player is just going boom, 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 boom.
That's right.
Boom, 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 boom. He's
That's
just
why I
carrying.
was always guitar singing. Basses for chumps.
Basses for chumps. The bass player doesn't get laid. You know that, Bruce, right?
That's
I
right.
know.
The bass player
Yeah.
doesn't get laid.
You know what the bass player's job is? Is to load the car. That's the bass player's job. Is to load the car.
Wait. Wasn't Matt the bass player in the band from high school? And isn't he the only one of you that's married right now?
Well, hey,
Wait,
you're bringing back childhood memories for Kevin. There.
Yes.
He's too high for that. Yeah, Deana's talking about your old bass player.
I had to remember who Matt was. Flair. You're talking about Flair and not
They
Matt.
blocked
Yes,
that
I'm
guy
talking
out.
about Flair. And yes, he is the only one of all of you that's married right now.
Hey,
I'm about
Kevin,
to get a whole lot of hate, but we all know who he's married to. So
uh,
I don't consider that a win.
yeah, Kevin I'm just
Is
gonna throw this out there.
But I mean,
I'm
he's probably getting more gibbers than you are, buddy.
You don't know that. He just got to Georgia. Give him time.
If he's married, he's not getting any.
Kevin's going to use the new line. He's going to walk in the bar and just go, "You got a pretty mouth." And then,
I don't walk into bars out here.
Let me ask you
bass.
this.
I
I got this feeling, but was Deana the groupie of the band? Was she the
Oh my
groupie?
God, I kind of was. You're a fucking liar. You can tell the truth. It's okay.
I was trying to be
kind
nice.
of was.
Oh,
okay.
she was, huh?
I kind of was.
Deana just walking around. Oh, these guys are so great.
Hey, the drummer was a fucking machine. So
Yeah. Yeah.
those were the days.
Fucking jamming at Ben's house. Oh my God.
Yup, in Ben's garage.
In Ben's garage.
All right, here we go. Paul McCartney, a member of the Beatles, is alive. That's how they're starting this whole thing. That's how they're starting it. The
Live.
idea
Alive and
that
well.
he died in a
Fake
car
news.
crash in 1966 and
Yep.
was replaced by a lookalike in an urban legend, is a urban legend and a conspiracy theory that was popular in the 1960s. See, this is why I didn't know anything about this, because it probably died out at some point in time. I don't remember hearing this ever in my life
Well, I
at
do.
all. So I saw it.
I thought they supposedly was decapitated in the accident or something like that. But
But am I right though? Do you feel like that was something that was probably a lot easier to do in the 60s than say today? You can't get away with that kind of shit. Someone dies, he's dead, and well, maybe you could. I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying it was probably much easier to replace Paul McCartney in 1966 in a car accident with another lookalike.
oh, they said Avril Lavigne is that's recent for her. Like within the last 10 years for her. Supposedly, this is a body double that would do the appearances for her and stuff because she got tired of doing that crap, and then they didn't say how she died, but they said she died, and then the body double just continued to take over the role. But they said they're like her birthmark and moles and stuff that used to be on her body just mysteriously disappeared or something like that is what they're saying.
Oh, wow. It says the conspiracy theory known as Paul is Dead claims that the surviving Beatles, with the help of MI5, that's like their secret service, right? Or like their
Well, that's
blackout.
MI6.
MI6. I don't know who MI5 is.
It's
Hidden-
gotta be like
That's a
some
group that's a
intelligence
little bit
agency or
higher.
some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
McCartney.
I want to know now.
Yeah, or McCarthy's death in their album. Let me get back. It says MI5 hid the secret of McCarthy's death in their albums. Some believe that the clues can be found in the lyrics or cover arts of Beatles songs. The theory became international phenomenon in 1969, but rumors declined after Life magazine published an interview with McCartney. So it took him a long time. Well, when did he do that Life magazine cover? I don't know. Let me see.
I he was dead already. So how's he doing live?
Yeah, he's dead. I'm kind of.
It was to sell the body double.
Paul is dead. Oh, Paul, poor Paul. Hey, but what a gig to get, though, right, guys? I mean, Paul McCartney's dead. You get to replace Paul McCartney. I'm assuming you get his millions, right? The hush money, And
somebody else has got to be writing the songs for you.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, I bet you it'd be a lot of pressure, though.
Yeah, maybe the double was better than Paul.
Well, that's the thing, because you have to sound like him. You just can't look like Paul McCartney. You got to sound like Paul McCartney.
I mean, I don't know though, but like, if we're being really, really, really honest here,
go.
You just got to sound close.
Really? Is it? Yeah, the microphones back then in
because
those days.
You can't tell live because it doesn't sound the same as recorded. And recorded,
right?
They can auto tune.
Yeah,
well, now they can. They couldn't back then, though.
Not then, dude. Yeah, back then the microphones in the '60s, the microphones were garbage. They were garbage. It was basically a loudspeaker.
But the other part about that, though, is like the recording was also garbage too. So like a similar voice sounded the same.
That is true. That is true.
And the women were they were too busy screaming to hear them anyways. So
they were having they were.
I mean, sure, it could be possible. Anything's possible. I think it's bullshit.
I think it's bullshit too, man.
That dude fucking owns Happy Birthday. Only a British piece of shit would do that.
Yeah. Did he end up buying the catalog back after
Michael Jackson? Yes, he did.
He did.
I was wondering if you're going to bring that up. Yes, he did.
He did.
You throw out that number. Do you see the number? That he paid
number of how much he paid for the catalog to buy his own songs back. Hang on.
Fucked up though, man. I understand how the music industry worked back then and still somewhat today, but to the songs that you wrote and you fucking sat there with a guitar for 3, 4, 5 days writing a song.
I mean, dude, that problem still exists in the music industry today. Like, it's so hard as an artist to own your own music. Like,
copyrighted and everything else. Like, yeah, it's tough.
And then Swift.
I mean, if you want to,
well, she had to go buy her own music back. She had to go buy her music back.
You want a music contract from a, goddamn it, why can't I think of the fucking name of the word? Like, if you want a contract from a music producer, you got to sell your soul. You sell like your first 3 albums to the record company.
Yeah. That's what I was reading an article when I got into doing some research for a future show that we're going to be doing on music. And that was one of the things that came up is like, I was looking at some of the contracts of some of the bands in the early 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s and just,
oh my God. Yeah.
Horrible contracts, dude, just absolute horrible contracts. And the problem, the biggest problem, Kevin, you probably read that those guys thought they were still millionaires and they were spending money like they were millionaires and they didn't have that. They didn't have it. They were buying houses. They were buying cars. That's why you see a few bands from the 80s. Let's be honest, a few rock bands from the 80s that aren't doing fucking fairs and fucking county fairs and silly.
Yeah, and they're all the bands that broke away from their labels and started their own.
Yep.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
I mean, like the only successful musician is one who makes their own label.
Yeah.
These days, now it's an option. It wasn't always an option.
Yeah, you didn't have YouTube where you can just become famous like Beaver,
right?
And part of it was the record companies own the radio stations.
Yeah,
back
then, right? Exactly.
And if you didn't play ball with them, then your record didn't get on the radio.
Yeah.
Now I don't even understand how.
The other big thing that's been a real like godsend is like it used to be that like music production was a thing that only trained professionals can do.
Yeah.
And now technology's gotten to a point that it's a little bit easier, and you don't have to have 5 years of school to be able to make a decent sounding song anymore.
Right. Yeah. Just need to learn how to use the software. I mean, using the mixer, learning how to use the mixer, and learning how to use some of the keyboard stuff. And I forget what they call that mixer, that keyboard.
Well, and like the filters, EQ, compression, all that stuff is really important.
Well,
But you can get help now.
They can basically build their old instrument panel. You see the street musicians doing that, where the guy will come out there and he'll tap here and then tap there and record it, and then strum here, record it, and he literally blends it all together on the street corner.
Yeah. Make no mistake, that guy has enough money to buy that board. That guy's doing okay. That board costs like $1,200.
Yeah. Hey man, he saved up, Deana. He saved up. All right, you guys, alive or dead, Deana?
Paul McCartney is alive and well. I did go ahead and Google the rights of his songs.
How much was it?
Currently, the songs are purchased and still owned by Sony.
Yeah.
They purchased the rights to his songs for $750 million after Michael Jackson died. Right now, the songs are worth in excess of $1 billion. However, do not feel bad for Paul McCartney, because he is making an estimated $7 million a year in royalties from songs between his solo album, Beatles songs, and his Wings discographies.
Yep.
So I'm sure he's doing just fine.
Isn't that much money for Paul fucking McCartney?
70 million.
Oh,
70.
In royalties. So he's just sitting back and collecting royalties on shit he did.
Yeah,
he's fine.
Oh, oui, Frenchman. No, I don't feel sorry for Paul McCartney whatsoever.
No. He should own the songs, yes, but you know what? He's going to die eventually. He's in his 80s. God, how old is Paul McCartney? Yeah. Alexa, how old is Paul McCartney?
Don't do that. Oh.
82.
82.
Yeah, Kevin got it. Oh, score. What was I going to say? I forgot. Damn it.
Words, I'm assuming.
Oh, no. When he died, I thought that was bullshit that the mom sold it back to Sony and not given Paul McCartney an opportunity to buy those music back.
Yeah, no.
I thought that was bullshit, because that was the Michael Jackson estate that went and sold it back to Sony.
Well, what did they do with Elvis's music that the mother sold to Michael?
Well, let's find out.
It was
then he married the daughter.
Yeah,
that was weird.
That catalog has got to be. I mean, you can't even sing a bar of that shit on YouTube without you getting a strike. A Beatles song, you cannot play even a fucking nanosecond of fucking any of their songs. Yellow Submarine.
Elvis never owned his recordings.
No, what's his name?
It was only royalties.
Royalty.
The composer published the songs, owned the songs themselves. Okay, Core Media Group.
Yeah, he stole all the music anyway.
I'm pretty sure
someone wrote it for him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Elvis is the example that people use when they talk about how bad the industry is. Like, he's one of the big examples of like somebody who never owned their own music.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you use Michael Bolton?
Well, it was. I think it was it. And I may be mistaking him with Dolly, but somebody named the Colonel.
Colonel was the manager for the Beatles.
The manager for the Beatles was Paul McCartney.
Yeah, that's somebody else. But there was somebody named the Colonel, and I think it was Dolly's husband. Yeah.
Like
no,
chicken?
Dolly's husband is a grading contractor for highways and roads.
Elvis's manager's name was Colonel Tom Parker.
Yeah, Colonel.
The Colonel. I bet he made some good chicken.
He made some damn good chicken. He made a lot of chicken with Elvis, is what he did. He made
played by Tom Hanks in the movie.
I bet it was finger licking.
That's right. I forgot about that. That was actually a really good fucking movie too.
I couldn't get through it.
Let me see.
The new Elvis movie.
All right, let's jump into the where is it?
Tom Hanks was in that movie?
Yeah.
He was the colonel. He was Elvis's manager in a
Yeah.
fat
For
suit.
like
Tom
5
Hanks in a fat
seconds?
suit.
I mean, I didn't like that movie. Wasn't that movie more about Priscilla than Elvis?
I have no
Or
idea.
am I thinking of
I
something else?
couldn't get through it. I don't know. I can't tell you.
All right, let's get into this
Never
one.
watched
Okay.
it.
All
Jack
right.
is actually from the future, and the only boards the Titanic to save Rose's life, and that's pretty. There's plenty of evidence to prove it. The most obvious clue is that Jack mentions Lake Wichita as a
Yep.
lake he once fished, as well as a roller coaster at the Santa Monica Pier. Except
Are you
both
telling me that Jack and Rose were real people?
What did you say? I know, dude. That's what I'm saying. I'm just fucking stupid. Except that both of these sites didn't exist until years later after the Titanic sank in 1912. Need more evidence? Just take a look at Jack's out of place hairstyle and banished for the time. I hope they're not looking at DiCaprio's hairstyle and things.
They are. They're throwing a twist into the movie, is what it is. So it has nothing to do with the real Titanic. It has to do with the twist that's in the movie.
Right.
That Jack was out of place in that movie on that boat.
Wait, we're talking about movie plot conspiracies now.
Yep. This is John. I sent John a whole thing on movie plot conspiracies.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
God.
Oh,
Did you get to the Disney movie plot conspiracies? Because there's a lot of them.
I thought The Shining was even better.
Hey, Deana, I'm going to put the link to a site. Hold on.
Just send the link, bro. You don't have to tell me.
No,
yes, he does,
old
because
people
he's
do.
that old.
That's what old people do.
But I thought the Shining one was pretty good because that is connected to the Apollo 11.
That's the movie one. You want to pick one out of the movie?
Well, there's
a Shining one because it was the same producer that they accused of making the Apollo 11 movie.
Yeah, Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah. And he supposedly gives hints of how Apollo 11 was phony and he had made it, but he gives hints in the Shining movie in reference to the Apollo 11 launch, little subliminal things.
Yeah, it's insane. It's just like I was saying. If you can just get a few people today with the internet and social media, if you can just get a few people on board with a theory, and it could run. If it's
they're all in. They're all in.
Yeah.
Because most people are stupid.
I guess. I mean, I want to believe that we're a little bit smarter than that. I mean, do people realize that these were just two characters that were made up, a story of the Titanic? That these are not two actual people?
All they're doing is they're just showing these hidden meanings that possibly are in the movies that were made. You know,
Deana's got a thought. Hold on. Hush, hush. Deana's got a thought.
I would like to bring the light. Jesus Christ, Kevin.
What?
I would like to bring to light when Titanic came out, Kelly Ripa said the words, "I can't believe it ended like that." and that I apply that theory to your whole I can't believe people are that stupid. People are that stupid.
God.
Well,
damn.
They were interviewing the gal in the thing and she was like on a talk show and they're going, "How big was that door you were laying on?" She goes, "There was plenty of room for two."
There was so much room for so many people on that door.
She's kicking them off.
I'll never let go, and then let's go.
Yeah,
I'll never let go.
It would have been better if she would have been just like kicking him with her boot to get him off the door, just like get you off the door.
Well, she was still on the blush because they just did it in one of the cars in the car park before they hit the.
Which one do you want to do, Deana? Do you want to do one of those?
Oh gosh, I'm reading through these and I can't even keep a straight face. The Finding Nemo theory I know about.
Yep.
Oh my God, the Disney movie conspiracy theories are the best.
Best one is that it's all one shared universe.
Well, I
The
told
best,
you.
I'm going completely off script. The best conspiracy theory that I've seen for Disney movies so far is that Anna and Elsa from Frozen
Frozen,
are Tarzan's sisters because the ship that crashed
Yep.
landed on an island when they were pregnant with a little boy, and the little boy happens to be Tarzan.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
But they said
Pulling it
they're
strong.
saying it's connected because if you watch is it the Robinson Crusoe? One of the other movies and stuff like that showed the couple getting shipwrecked on an
Yes.
island, right?
At the
And they were
beginning
saying
of Tarzan, they show a
yeah,
couple get shipwrecked on the
yeah,
island, and they're saying
and
that
that was the same
one
way.
of the and that's the same way that Elsa and
Yep.
Anna's parents died.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
And
I told you.
also there's some speculation that Prince Eric from The Little Mermaid is a descendant of theirs because they were on a ship looking out for some sort of wreckage, looking for the parents.
The parents. Oh,
So
wow.
Ariel would be like, it goes deep. These people have way too much time on their hands. That's my opinion. But
well, I told you the one that just came
okay.
out a couple months ago about the Breakfast Club, and how that one's really tripped me out because I started looking at it, the movie. I had to go watch the movie again, and it kind of made a little bit of sense. But it talks about that the psycho chick. She was there alone the whole time. She was just imagining those other people there with her that whole time, and that's the reason there's only one piece of paper on the desk when she leaves. When detention is over, there's only one piece of paper on there on the table.
Yeah, but what about "Don't You Forget About Me"?
Yeah,
what was that all about? They wouldn't have had a side quest.
There would have been no way that they could have smoked pot in the library. There's no way that they could have just ran through the school without being caught, and all these things that happened in that movie. They're saying that was all in her head, that she is basically the only person there in detention, and that's why they agree in the movie just to do one paper. But then again, at the end of the scene, it's just one piece of paper sitting on the desk. So they're saying that whole thing took place in her head. That is trippy.
That is trippy. That messes with my head.
They're still saying same thing with Ferris Bueller's Day Off. They're saying that Ferris was actually a figment of Cameron's imagination.
Oh, wow.
Of Cameron's imagination?
Yeah.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Everything that Cameron wanted to be.
Yep.
Ferris was everything.
Oh my God.
The Willy Wonka, the Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. They're saying that Willy Wonka was actually actually a calculated murderer who takes delight in luring children into his factory and planning out their demise as part of the Sawis scheme. It explains why Wonka is completely unfazed by the various accidents throughout the film, and also why the Oompa Loompas are always ready with a pre-prepared song and dance routine as each child faces their fate. Talk about
this shit's happened before.
Yeah. Dark, twisted thing.
That's taken a Roald Dahl book real far.
Harry Potter wasn't in too much.
Harry Potter is actually Aladdin. Not her book. That's actually this is not a conspiracy theory because I own the book. Harry Potter is a stolen bunch of books that was created from one Neil Gaiman graphic novel. I own the graphic novel. It is sitting right here if you'd like to see it.
They even got 26 things you didn't know about Greece. Is Greece has got something too? They're saying something about the Greece.
Yep.
What is it?
They're saying Greece
was dead the whole time.
Sandy died.
Kevin, wait, Kevin, talk. Hold on, Bruce. Jesus.
So there's a conspiracy theory that what's her face, the chick who's John Travolta's opposite, she's dying, and the whole movie is like her death fantasy.
Oh shit! You really seriously?
That's why they
that
fly
would
off.
Explain why
right there.
It's so corny. That explains everything. Why is it so corny? Because it's a dream.
Well, yeah, because
Well, that's
she
that's what
float
we're saying when
off.
you see the car
Like
driving
that?
up and
Yeah.
That
yeah,
just ruined
they
my
float off in a
childhood right
car.
there, dude.
It's hilarious.
I always thought, like, at the end of that movie, how's the car flying off? But that kind of makes sense now if that's just the whole thing was a dream that she was trying.
It's also why it's a musical. Like that's why everybody's singing and dancing with him and doing all the crazy shit.
We come together like shoo-bop, shoo-ah-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-doop-ba-doop.
Did you want to do one of those movies or what?
So here's
No, I do not. These are my
here's one
brain is
here's one of the
breaking. Why
interesting
didn't
ones.
you send this to me yesterday?
All right. Well, we'll go into.
I got The Shining. If you want to hear that one,
Go ahead. Go with
I
The
got
Shining.
The Shining. You want to hear that one?
Yes.
So
I
the
heard this
theory,
one.
the movie about faking the moon landing, right? One might be the most out of this world theory yet, according to some of the conspiracy theorists. The Shining is Kubrick's secret confession for working with the government to stage the Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969. Consider the evidence. The film changes the haunted room number to 237, originally 217 in the novel, because the average distance from Earth to the moon is 237,000 miles. It's now known to be 238,900 miles. And also changes the book's single slain child into those creepy twins as a nod to NASA's Gemini program. And even more overt detail was the same scene. Danny's sweater features a rocket labeled Apollo 11.
Oh wow, that is not.
That's
Okay.
interesting.
Oh,
They
you
want.
got one on the Wizard of Oz.
You guys, any of you guys know about this one?
Yes.
This conspiracy, have you never heard about it? Yeah, the combat climate change experts recommend eating less meat and more plants. In some circles, this advice for warming planet has transformed into something more sinister. The ruling class wants everyone else to eat bugs. The ruling class, so they want us to eat bugs. Your thought?
The ruling class. So like the Rothschilds and the Trumps of the world. Okay. Sounds great.
So they can have their steak. You peasants eat
That's
the
right.
bug. It's claim made by conservative media personalities like Michael Knowles and Tucker. No, Tucker Carlson, you didn't do that. Did you jump into this one?
I've watched a lot of Tucker. I've heard him talk about eating bugs.
Ah, man, I kind of almost lost faith in Tucker. This is one of his theories, dude. Fuck.
Well, I think he's just, I don't know theory, but maybe he's just talking the story, but who knows? I mean, I've ate bugs, covered bugs. There was a thing back in high school there. Everybody was doing it. They had the covered ants, grasshoppers, and all that. And then if you go over to like some of the foreign companies, they've got the scorpions on the stick, like in Thailand and the Philippines and stuff like that. They've literally got the bugs on the stick, you know.
Oh yeah, when one of my guys went to Mexico and he came back with lollipops with scorpions inside of them.
Yeah.
It says the dark version of this conspiracy belief is called the Great Recess. The Great Recess, which holds that the global elite plan to enslave the masses with bugs.
Well, you know, they said McDonald's. They said the McDonald's hamburgers actually mealworms, but you know,
they're going to put shock collars on us and make us do their bidding.
See,
go to
we're eating bugs. Hey, we're eating bugs.
You are eating bugs. McDonald's is disgusting. It is mealworms, most of it.
Hey man, don't ruin my Big Mac, damn it.
It's maggots because the meat just kind of sits there, and so flies lay larva eggs, and the larva eggs become maggots, and then maggots become ground beef.
You can eat bugs.
You are eating bugs. I mean, it's fiber and protein. It's not bad for you. It's not disgusting.
I mean, wait, let's go into like the fact that like the FDA allows like 3% bug matter to be in almost all of our food.
Yeah, it's almost impossible.
I'm surprised it's 3%. I'm surprised it's not higher than that.
In organic
they get 3% for rat feces too.
Well, in organic food, you get all that
Mm,
goodies added
you're
to it because it's not treated.
Oh,
It's
that,
well, because and then with organic farming, what they use as like germicide and whatever is usually like animal feces or human urine. So it's just a guy peeing on trees and on the bushes. And you're actually getting charged more for a guy to pee on your vegetable.
all right, damn it. If it
Hey,
gives
that
that
guy's got to
tomato,
drink a lot of water. It's expensive.
yeah, that's what I was just thinking. That's a lot
Forget
of
the
acres.
sprinkler system. It's all about the
And no,
smart
no,
water.
don't pee over there. Pee in this bucket. Pee in the bucket. Pee in the bucket. Yeah.
You get big enough, you gotta pay a bunch of guys to pee on
Yeah.
your shit.
Hey, we need you. We need your urine over here.
It only works if they yell.
Yeah. Well, I can see how this conspiracy can take off.
Now we know why they opened up the border.
You got guys like Bill Gates trying to get everybody to eat fake meat, and then now he's buying, or he's already bought all this land, that he's the largest landowner in the United States now. And he's trying to push for a lot of those parts of the states that he bought land. I guess have always been cattle herders, cattle and stuff like that. So, and he's pushing for them to start growing more corn and what do they use the corn from? I forget. It's corn syrup, right? It's what's in all our food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
high fructose corn syrup.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Where the money is. Preservatives.
And
Preservatives.
natural flavors. What's in natural flavors?
Yeah.
Why do you have to list it on the bottle that it's natural flavors?
Yeah, it's natural.
Because so much of the rest of it is fake.
Yeah, the rest is fake.
Oh, it's piss. It's because it's piss.
Well, I just saw
showing the difference between Fruit Loops in the United States and Fruit Loops in Europe.
Oh yeah, that's a big difference.
Fruit Loops in Europe is actually made with fruit flavors.
Did you see that little thing? Did you see that little thing that they did with those kids from England when they ate the different cereals? And you see which one they picked?
No.
They picked the American cereal. They picked the American they picked the American Fruit Loop cereal because they said it tasted better than what they were eating Fruit Loops.
It's coated in garbage to make it they test that on children before they release it to the public. Of course.
There's no question that like our food is not good for us in America. Like that's not something we have to have a conversation about. It's
That's why the obesity level is so high.
It's very obvious. And when you start, and like I have been doing this for the last couple of months, is actually taking a lot of my parents' photos and scanning them and saving them digitally. And I started looking at the people from the 60s and the 50s and the 70s and how there was no obesity. I can't assume that it was just my family because we're big fucking Italian people. But
no, I mean, even listen to JFK Jr. talk about it back in the 60s. The obesity rate in the United States was under 6%. It's now 70%.
Yeah, it's insane. And I started looking at those pictures. Then I said, you know what? Maybe it's just my family. So then I went online and I started looking at pictures from kids in the 60s and 70s, high school. I wanted to see high school pictures of kids and stuff in the 60s and 70s.
Thin and athletic.
They're all thin, athletic. They all look good. And I was just like, what the McDonald's is McDonald's? I'm kidding.
It's everything. It's not just McDonald's.
No, it's just not
McDonald's. The bread that you buy in the store. It's like everything.
Yeah.
It's all the chemical preservatives and all the garbage.
Well, you got to remember back in our day, everything was home cooked.
It was home cooked. Everything. Yeah, you didn't. You when you did go out to eat, it was special, and it wasn't. It was
a rarity. If we went out. It was
and had very rarity. And a perfect example is I had another person say I have to look for it, but he sent me a picture of and an article about just the Chinese people that came here, the Philippines, the Japanese that came here, and that next generation of them were all obese. They weren't eating like the parents were eating in the Philippines and in Asia and China, and they were
Those were impoverished countries. Then they're like, oh, look, we have money now, like we have opportunity, and their kids are all like, let me go get $1.25 Big Mac.
Right, yeah, but they were still eating they may not have had a lot of food, but they were still eating healthier than their kids were eating. They were still eating fish and rice and vegetables, and
right, because they had to forage for it themselves. It wasn't full of garbage. It wasn't full of high fructose corn syrup and
it's insane.
Partially hydrogenated soybean oil.
Can't even pronounce most of that stuff that's on the
Yeah,
bottom.
no, you can't. Yeah, you can't. It's
and-
just funny that we've let Nick, and look, I mean, Bruce is a kid of you're the kid of the 60s, 70s, right? I'm a kid of the 60s, 70s. No one is, other than our junior, RFK Jr., but no one's talking about it. No one's talking about it. They had to have seen the differences in the generations of how we have all of a sudden we've gotten, and no one's, it's just, no one's forces
all
the
these
FDA to
companies
do
that
it.
make
They
this
said
shit
was
for
the-
us have more power than the government, though.
They said the FDA got bought out by the lobbyists.
Yeah. FDA, well, FDA's money, a very small percentage of the FDA's money comes from Congress. The rest of it is all from people coming in to get testing. Big tobacco, big pharma, all their money that they use to run that corporation. I want to call it a corporation of FDA, is all money that is brought in for research that they get to have the way they want. So,
They got bought out.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to touch this one. Do we want to touch this one? I'll go this. Deana, do you truly believe, I want an honest answer here, truly believe that there is actually a cure for cancer?
I do.
I do. Bruce?
I think there's some cures. Some are curable.
How about you, Kevin?
No, I don't think that there's a cure for cancer.
Wow, I thought Kevin was going to go yes. Do you think there's like Bruce is saying, though, do you think there's a cure for some of the cancers, but they choose to use the treatment that is more cost effective for them as the health industry?
They call it more revenue for them.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, cancer is like our genome breaking down. It's our DNA breaking down.
Yeah.
Our DNA starts to get shortened, our cells start to over reproduce, and that is what cancer is. Like, that is a genetic issue that has to do with aging or exposure to a multitude of different things that can give you different forms of cancer. And this is why I don't think that there's a cure for cancer, because fundamentally it's like a genetic disease, and it is also something that can be brought on by so many different things that can be portrayed in such a different way. I just don't think that there's like one miracle cure for cancer.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of agree.
I know.
I've been kind of telling people, been kind of telling me that, it is genetic, but then you see these, what do you contribute to someone that is like 5 or 6 years old that has cancer, though?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, but I mean, again, you could have gotten it from your parents. And again, like, it is also like, if you have a deficient genome when you are being, when you're growing in your mother and you have a deficiency that is genetic or related to your genes, like, that shit sucks.
Yeah. So they do have these new stem cell treatments that they do where they can actually pull the cancer cell out of your body and then take it to a stem cell treatment and actually teach the stem cell to go back in your body and kill that cancer.
And this costs $2.5 million.
And they do have that, and they have done that.
Yeah. Well, I know that we all have the cancer cell. Every single person has that cancer cell in them, right? That gene is in all of us. It's some of it's just not activated. It will take stress. Some say stress will do it. Your foods, like you were talking about, environmental stuff, the being exposed to certain chemicals, and can cause it to kind of flare up. Because I mean, like, to me, I don't know, man. I mean, like, all that stuff kind of makes me kind of wonder, and then you hear all the stuff like with big pharma, and there's no money. You hear that phrase all the time. We've said it on this show. There's no money in curing a disease when it comes to, and then you hear
because you could just treat it forever and make a killing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was listening to Mr. Rogan, the king of podcasts, and he brought up something that was very interesting, and I heard it from other podcasters. What has Pfizer cured? What has any pharmaceutical company cured in the last 40, 50 years?
I will argue though that they've made HIV and AIDS so livable it practically doesn't exist and isn't a threat anymore.
Yeah, but
Just
there's no
throwing
money
that
for
out
people
there.
are dying.
Yeah. But has there been anything they have actually cured in the last 50
Actually,
years?
no.
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 Probably no.
And not only that, I mean, you want to talk about shitty practices of pharmaceutical companies. Like, I'm sure that they're repressing some cures for some shit. Like, I bet you there's a cure for the fucking common cold now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but
like,
we keep getting flu shots like idiots. So
but like the whole idea is like you have a pharmaceutical company that makes insulin, and every 4 years they slightly change the formula so that they can charge full price for it over and over and over again.
Over and over again. Yeah. Yeah, because the patent runs out and they need to do something about, right? Isn't that something about the patent, right?
Yeah, because then other companies can make it, so they have to make their product a little bit different, a little bit better, and then they can continue selling it for a premium.
Right, because from what I understand, I don't know, maybe I'm right or maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure I should say, but say Pfizer. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say any of their names, but say a pharmaceutical company has a pill, and that pill they're the only ones that can make that pill for a certain period of time before it becomes a generic pill, and it's offered at a cheaper rate from another company.
Right.
8
7
years.
years? Is it 7 years?
7 years. So I can see
And
that.
it's just that specific formula of that pill.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. Now, how about this theory that and this one I kind of and it's to do with health. And do you think that the ultra wealthy have other treatments that we don't get?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you have limitless money, you can pay for all that weird shit that insurance won't pay for.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was trying to think of the comedian. What was his name? Andy Kaufman, right? Who believed that dude in India could take his cancer out of his stomach. You know that story?
I do not know that story.
Is it Andy Kaufman? It's the guy that played.
I'm looking it up.
Is the guy that played on Taxi.
Yeah, Andy Kaufman was on Taxi.
Yeah. He believed that dude could take his cancer out of his stomach, and before he died, he flew to India, and the dude it was all a fake thing, and they were pulling tapeworms out of his belly button, but they were like hidden in his hand, and he's like pulling this huge tapeworm out of your belly.
Listen, I don't think that the wealthy elite have access to like healthcare that is light years ahead of what we get, but they can definitely get a completely different quality of care and have access to potentially life-saving measures because they have infinite money.
Right. Well, there was a thing, I don't know how long ago this was. I want to say maybe Bruce might know about it. It was probably like 20, 25 years ago when they came out with a drug that actually they were using to save people's lives that had heart attacks. And there's two different shots. There's a shot that we get, and then there's a shot that costs about $15,000 that will save your life if you have a massive heart attack, and insurance companies will not pay for that. Then you get that cheap $1,000 or whatever dollars. You remember that story, Bruce? I think Bruce froze. Uh-oh. Why? Right at the two. Yeah. We don't hear you.
And no audio. Why every time?
2-hour mark. Bruce's laptop goes.
Yeah, well, we got 2 minutes to go. He's like, his laptop's like, I'm done. I did my time.
But got to upgrade, and then maybe he can get a camera from 1993.
He needs to get a new laptop. Bruce needs a new laptop. We need to go laptop shopping, Bruce.
Gonna get an upgrade. My Acer was $250, and I have had it for 3 years.
Yeah. Well, do you think that does happen though, Kevin? Correct. I mean, there are medicines that insurance companies will not pay for that will save your life in those situations.
I mean, there's experimental treatments that you can get. There's all sorts of stuff that you can get that insurance will not cover. And if you haven't, and that's what I'm talking about. Like you can get a completely different level of care. You can go and get on like experimental drugs that like the regular public can't access because you can pay for it, because you can do those things. But like if you're talking about life-saving care, I think when it comes down to it, for life-saving care, immediate life-saving care, you roughly have to get the same amount of care as everybody else. I don't know though. It's possible.
It's possible. It's nuts.
If $1,000 shot saves your life, does a $15,000 shot really save your life?
Right. Does it have gold in it? Is it going to floss your teeth and like take care of you after you get the shot? Like,
hey, when you're a billionaire, you want the $15,000 one. You don't want the $1,000 shot. I'm sure that's how it works.
Sure, exactly. I mean, maybe they both save your life, but like the $15,000 one, like there's a higher potential to not do damage to your heart. I could see that being something that an insurance company would deny.
Yeah. You remember what I'm talking about, Bruce? You remember that story? Oh, no, you're not. We don't hear you. Yeah, no.
It's been that kind of week. Just we're technical bullshit.
The best part of the show, and Bruce is out. You know, Bruce always has a great response to what he has learned on this show.
The best part of the show is the end.
No, we'll get to hear your.
The best part of the show is when I'm fucking done with you people.
I mean, you're not right.
When I'm done with you fucking bots. Yeah, that's what it is. Kevin. Now I'll start with you last. I'm going to start with my co-host.
He's going to start with me last.
He's going to start with you last.
You're last. I'm going to go with my the hostess that's the moistest.
With the moistest, I am the moistest.
Has the sandwich being up there on the top right-hand side, has it done anything for you? Do you feel like making Johnny a sandwich and Kevin a sandwich right now?
No, I feel like you're annoying as fuck. That's what I.
What? You're talking to me.
It's just up there, like it's annoying me. It's right there. I'm like, all right, that's pastrami, and I don't do pastrami.
Oh.
I eat meat now, but it's more like
actually I don't think that's
turkey
sandwich though.
I don't know. It's not a meat that I eat. It's way too red for me to eat that.
That is an Italian sub, and I can tell because those are red sweet peppers that are on the top portion of the of the sandwich. Those are, and that's provolone cheese, and I'm thinking that's come on, Kevin, help me out. Italian sub, what's on there?
There's got to be ham. There's got to be hard salami.
Yeah.
There's got to be some capicola, maybe some pepperoni.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go throw up right now.
Some provolone.
Oh my god! It's
now
so
I'm
good.
just
so good. You're making me do the Italian thing. Oh my god!
You gotta eat
you
it.
Did it.
Fine.
He did it. What is ham?
What's the matter? That sandwich is so good.
Fangula.
Fangula.
All right, Deana. What has Deana learned tonight?
Oh my gosh. What have I learned today? The dogs are excited. They can't even take it.
They want a sandwich.
I've literally learned nothing. I've learned nothing.
Have any of these surprised you?
No, because the world is full of crazies.
Yeah. Which one of the ones that we talked about, which one do you think is just the most just out there?
Oh.
That you just say to yourself, how can people believe this?
Flat earthers.
We didn't do flat earth. Don't get them pissed off.
Well, we should have.
We kind of.
I want them to get mad. Let them get mad. Send your hate mail too.
The French already hate us, so.
The French hate everything.
Any of those? Which one do you feel is just like there's just no way that there's that many stupid people in the world?
Everyone's stupid. I've learned this in the last since COVID. I've learned that everyone's stupid.
She forgot them. So let me go back. Subliminal advertising, dead internet theory, the birds aren't real, reptiles in the U.S. government,
all right, the birds. The birds one is the most stupid. I'll give
That's-
you that one.
I'm gonna 100%. That one is just fucking out there. That is just out. And the fact that our co-host down there knew all about it already scares the shit out of me.
They
I
were
love
carving
how
the
funny
workings
it
of that
is.
in a
He
cave.
knew
I
about
love.
it.
I hate stupid people. I love watching them be stupid on the internet when they all get together and fucking say a bunch of stupid shit.
After the show, I'm going to go find the Reddit feed just to read it because I think that's got to be some of the fucking most
Well,
nonsense.
Not only that, John, the images and the GIFs are
Oh my
to
god!
die for.
All right, I'll have to check that out. All right, Kevin, what did you learn today?
I learned about the dead internet theory, which I didn't really know about.
Yeah, that one's pretty creepy too. That's creepy to think
Yeah,
that.
I mean, you know what? I don't know. It's the internet. The internet is a dumpster fire.
Yeah, I mean, someone speaking of that, I know we're right at the 2-hour mark, but do you feel like if it were to be shut down for how long do you think it would take? This is the question. How long do you think? I'm going to poll this one too on the show on our page. How long do you think it would take humanity to just go back to the norm if it were to shut down today?
If every internet server in the world crapped out today,
yeah. How long do you think it would take humanity to just get back to the norm?
Probably a mass like psychosis of nut jobbiness for at least 10 days. I'm throwing 10 days out there.
Ooh.
Oh my, not you like this is the problem with the internet right now. Because if the internet ever goes down, like seriously, globally goes down, like you were talking about the end of society. Because like so much of our infrastructure, so much of our trade, so much of everything runs on the internet.
Yeah.
Like all of our phones run on the internet.
Yeah.
All of our phones do, yes. So what we're talking about is a dial back to the late 80s, early 90s. Because I've worked for enough small companies to know that you still have the option, because internet goes out sometimes, to have that scanny slicey bit for your credit card. You don't shut down.
Yeah, that's still
what do you do on Friday when the bank
big...
is closed and the checks don't clear?
Yeah, but they would all go back.
You wait till they do.
You
go wait till they do.
Because the infrastructure was there prior to the evolution of the webs. Companies were still able to. The stock market was still able to.
It's going to take a minute for everything to reset, but it'll reset.
Let me rephrase it then. Let me rephrase it this way. Our portion, the social media setting of the internet, that portion of it goes away. And let's say the businesses are still able to do what they were able to do back in the 80s and 90s, but prior to that. So they still have access to send communication back and forth to each other, checks, money, stocks, all that stuff.
Sure.
But just
all the marketing's gone.
Ooh, all the influencers,
all the ads, all the marketing.
Alexa's gone, Google's gone, Siri's gone.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all have no idea how much runs on like the internet. Like everything runs on the internet now. But if we were to lose like all social media, I don't know, maybe a year.
Yeah, I was right there with you. 10 days is too fast. I think we're still killing each other at 10 days. Like,
I mean, humans are pretty adaptable.
I'd be fine.
How would your kids be?
My kids don't give a shit about any. My kids aren't even on social media.
I can see like.
Yeah, but are they on the internet?
My son would probably have a heart attack for the first day of not being able to play Fortnite, but he would remember how to draw and play card games, and he'd
exactly. I think a lot of it would benefit a lot of people that were
exactly. Oh wait, I have books. Yes, you still have stuff to do. We can still do stuff.
Can you imagine having fucking open up an almanac or an encyclopedia to find something instead of just going,
I want to see my kids open a map. That's what I want to see. Oh my gosh. My son addressed an envelope to somebody not that long ago. I may have brought this up. Not
Did he know how to fill out the envelope?
I mean, kind of. He didn't look it up, and then he wrote the address, like the whole front of the envelope.
Yeah.
And then he's like, where do I put the return address? I'm like, well, now, since you've already put the stamp on it, you put the return address on the backside real small.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
That's
think
just crazy
without,
to me, but like,
yeah. I think it'd be almost, I think it would be at least several months before I think people can get back to normalcy. I think a lot of people would be walking around like zombies, not knowing what to do and feel out of place.
oh
And
yeah, oh yeah.
it would be a strange time for it to just kind of get reset it like that for all humanity, just to get, that would be a global catastrophe. That'd be like a fucking meteor hitting Earth. It's like I think you're right, Kevin. I think that would be complete, like another meteor, a mysterious meteor.
Oh
just,
yeah.
it would be like everyone would be just walking around, like, yeah, it would be trippy. It'd be trippy. Hey, I
People
mean,
be losing their minds. People be
can
losing
you,
their minds. You'd see a lot of like psychosis for sure.
yeah.
Oh, you'd see everybody that lives out in the country living their best life.
There, yeah, they'll
People
be
coming in and cavalries on horseback, like, yeah.
I got an inkling to become a clamper, or what is this fucking Amish? I'm gonna be an Amish person. Fuck you, internet. Fuck you, man. I'm gonna go corn and build houses. Damn it.
Goodness
It
gracious.
would be strange. It would be a fucking strange feeling to have to go all over, just to go. It'd be fun because I think you guys came in at the early stages of it, right? I mean, I came in.
I remember before the internet.
Yeah, I mean, I always,
Oh, yeah.
I regretted my kids. I used to drive me nuts seeing them sitting there just playing the Xbox for fucking hours. And I thought back to my childhood, and I got to do something like that. But once my quarters ran out, dude, I had to go home. You know, I didn't have the fucking actual machine at my house to play the video games. I had to go to a arcade, ride my bike there, and when my quarters were done, I went home. You know,
Right.
yeah, it's trippy.
Those were the days. We were like
I got
right
to play my
kind
video
of
games at
in
home. I
the
love
middle of that cusp. I
Yeah.
didn't, at least at my house, we didn't get a Nintendo till I was 13.
Yeah, we got the Atari 2600. It was we got
Oh, no wonder John doesn't like video games.
no.
Atari was shit. I remember Atari. Joggy.
The 2600 was like one of the worst ones too.
It was
That's the very
awful.
first one. It's the first one. But we got like
Was
that
that the
Pong
first one?
machine. The Pong machine, we had that first. I remember plugging that thing in. That was the only game that was on there was Pong. And then my dad ended up getting a TSR 80. That was our first computer, and that plugged into the TV, and it had a couple cartridge games that you could play. But my dad didn't let us have the cartridges. He threw us the code book, and none of us learned how to read code. So we thought it was I have to write 50 lines just to get the screen to turn red. Give me a fucking break, Dad.
Yep.
No, read the book.
You did.
Read the book.
My dad did that too. Oh my gosh.
Read
I
the
remember
book.
having the conversation with my kid about how joysticks used to be a stick with
Yeah.
a button. And he's
Yeah.
like, what do you mean? A joystick? He's like, that sounds great. No, it's a stick. And there's
Why
a
did you think
button
why do you
here,
think it was
and
called
there's
a
a button
joystick?
here.
Yeah, we called it a joystick for other reasons. No,
No, that's a different.
but let me ask you this: we should go, but
We have to go.
Yeah, did you not find it funny though? Like my dad's born in 1938, so I don't know how old your dad and your dad were born. I don't know if they're in early 60s, 50s.
My dad was
56.
born in 1957.
57.
Yeah. 56
But
for
yet,
mine.
yeah, but yet they understood that we needed to read that book because they knew they knew this was going to happen, what we're doing today. And it's trippy that generation already knew that, and that they already said, you better learn how to use a computer. Like my dad,
Oh, hell yeah.
like telling me to use a computer. I was like, oh, you got to learn to use a computer. Here's a book, read it. I'm like, fuck, this doesn't make any damn sense, Dad. You read it.
Just read it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Nothing
no
runs on that
joke.
language anyways anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. My dad taught me Excel when Excel first came out. And then in 7th grade, I was helping my teacher teach the computer class.
Yeah. See, that's it.
Thanks,
All right,
Dad.
guys. I learned a lot. And because a lot of these I didn't know about the dead bird one. I didn't know about that one. I didn't know about Paul McCartney. That one blew me away that was even a thing. Like I said, I'm like Kevin, not a big fan of the Beatles, never was. Didn't really care for their music, still don't care for their music. No, and they're not the number one rock band of all time either, because it's not rock. But yeah, that was the only one. And the other ones I kind of knew about a little bit about, but the bird one was trippy, and Paul McCartney too as well, and the dead bot thing or the dead internet. That one I kind of had an idea of what was going on because I kind of got introduced to that with Instagram. So you two animals, look into the screen and say goodbye to everybody. Bye,
everybody.
Bye.
Oh, did I push?